This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up. You stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Protein is now at Starbucks, and it's never tasted so good. You can add protein cold foam to your favorite drink or try one of our new protein lattes or matcha. Try it today at Starbucks.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
That was called Never Giving Up. That's actually from my very first album. If you are a follower of my music, then you already know where my music how far it's come. It's crazy. Shout out to Rich. If you on Bigo and y'all follow Drip King, that's my dog right there. That's my brother. So let's get into it. Without further ado, let's give a moment of silence for the ones who didn't get to make it here today for whatever reason. Let's give this moment to them. Coming up on the couch, April 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th is going to be the next prison jail felon talk. So if you have done any time, or even if you haven't done any time, and you actually know somebody that did time, like a family member or somebody that was very close to you, you're more than welcome to come share your story right here on the couch. Also, shout out to everybody that actually was locked up with me, and y'all out, and y'all doing y'all fucking thing. I was just talking to one of my girls today, and, we were just, just the gratitude of just being out, just the difference between being out now than being in. So we was just discussing that. So, shout out to all my girls. And I even have a special guest that is going to be on the couch giving a little detail about an incident that happened at Mabel Bassett Correctional Center. Now, the way we're going to do this live is going to be a little bit different because the person is still locked up. So we have to be able to be safe, but also get the message out. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be next week. April 20th is going to be the next mental health talk. Also, April the 22nd is going to be the next sickle cell talk. April the 29th is going to be the next shroom talk. Now, earlier today, my homeboy sent me a picture of some chocolates. And I always try to tell people, listen, even if you don't tune in to the couch, do your own research when it comes to taking any type of magic mushroom. Do your research because you have no idea what are in the chocolates. And I'm telling you, it ain't no shrooms. Okay? None. So it's good to, if you got time, to tune in on April the 29th for Shroom Talk. April the 30th is going to be Fuck Fentanyl. Now, every single one of these subjects don't get talked about every month. Like, Shroom Talk, we switch those out sometimes with, Stop the Violence. Now, it used to be called Stop the Gun Violence, but the reason why I took it out of Stop the Gun Violence is because not only is there gun violence that's, happening all the time, but there's actually regular violence, domestic violence, like child abuse, that's still violent. So that's why I just made it Stop the Violence. So thank you for the gifts. Also, today's episode, if you've seen, it's called Surgeries, Menopause, Health, and More. And the reason why I named it that is because a lot of us are 90s babies, 80s babies, 70s babies, 60s babies, shit. And we feel like, you know what? If if you can't see something, or if you don't feel it, like, you know what you feel like when you're sick. But if you feel like you don't feel like that, like how you usually feel, then nothing's wrong. But at the age that we are all at, we have to take our health a little bit more serious than, yeah, I feel good. No, it can't just be, I feel good. It has to be, hey, I need to verify that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, men, make sure you get yourself checked out. You can have cancer and you don't even know it because you're so used to being that strong man. You're so used to being, you got to man up. Can't cry about whenever you feeling like you're in pain. You can't do that. Well, I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm saying that this is what you guys feel in your heads, that you can't be like that. You got to be strong. So you're not paying attention to when you're really having symptoms. And sometimes you don't even know if you're having symptoms, especially if it feels like something that you're familiar with. Like if your stomach, starts to feel like a cramp. Women, we get cramps all the time. So we're not thinking that, this cramp is any different than the last cramp that we got. We thinking that this cramp is just a regular cramp. Not realizing that cramp can be linked to fibroids and cysts. That cramp can be linked to something seriously wrong with your stomach, something wrong with, you might even be backed up. I don't know if you guys realize this. And I want to tell you this, and it's so real, but you can be so backed up that your shit can come out of your mouth. Oh, I know you probably think I'm being funny, but I'm being so fucking for real. I'm talking about you can burp and your breath can smell like shit. And people be like, you need to brush your teeth. And you thinking that, damn, I need to just brush my teeth. And it's more than just brushing your teeth. It's more than just brushing your tongue. Because you don't have any idea what's going on in the inside of you. You thinking that, I just shit yesterday. I shit this morning. Or I shit 3 times. That I'm good. But sometimes you can have so much shit inside of you. I don't give a fuck how much you shit. It's still shit inside of you. And if anybody has ever been through a surgery, then you know. The first thing that happens is you get back the fuck up. You get backed up. It's not a good feeling. And guess what? It's actually worse than the fucking surgery. I don't know what you got surgery on. Let me tell you something. A 360 spinal surgery. They went through my stomach and my back at the same time. It was an 18-hour surgery. And they had me up in the air like a rotisserie chicken. So when they finished with this side, they just flipped me over and did that side. Do you know how many pain pills that came with? Not only that, I'm the type of person that I'm not taking no pain meds because I know what it's about to do. And even though this back surgery hurts, it's going to hurt a little worse if I'm constipated. Okay? And I don't like that. I don't want that. So we have to be careful when we have these surgeries. And please don't be one of those ones to be like, well, I'm just going to drink, a lot of water to get everything. No. It don't work like that. Pain pills, even the people that think that they're just taking these pills and just having fun. I don't give a fuck if you having fun with the motherfucker or not. You are backed up. Regardless if you know it or not, you are backed up. Literally. And the fun thing about having a back surgery is when you are backed up, you can feel it right on your spine. You can feel it right on your spine, just punching you right in the back. So anytime you have a surgery, make sure that you prepare. Now, a good thing that I learned is taking stool, not even just a regular stool softener, but if you take stool softeners, and they work for you, boom, that's what you need. But sometimes stool softeners aren't enough. Sometimes laxatives aren't enough. Sometimes you have to get something a little bit stronger. Now, a couple of things that I know that might be stronger for you might be the the drink. What's the drink called? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. And it come in different flavors. It don't work for me. I don't give a fuck. That shit do not work for me. What works for me is what the fuck is it? Okay, Miralax. Thank you, babe. Okay, so Miralax is a good one to take. Now, it comes in powder form, and I think it also comes in liquid form. But get the powder. Get the powder and fill up half. Matter of fact, if you can't shit for real and you really backed up, I would really fill it up to right to here. Now, it might seem like a lot, but if you're filling the rest up with water and you shake it up real good, you're not even going to be able to see it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. It's disgusting as fuck. They also have milk and magnesia. They have, I can't think of the clear liquid one, what it's called, but these are things that you should try before you get your surgery. I know they say, 24 hours before you get your surgery, don't eat or drink nothing, but you can take a small pill with a small, very, very small sip. So prepare yourself for surgery by making sure that you're not going to be constipated. So just take your laxatives right before your surgery and then right after your surgery. That way, if you do want to take your pain pills, it won't back you up to the point where you like, you know what, too much. I'm going to need to. And I'm telling you, even gas, like when you go under the knife, you're literally, they got gases going inside of you because they need you to breathe. And, well, not you to breathe, but they need to breathe for you. So when you're going under sleep and you're getting all these gases, the main thing about, like, sometimes when you're in a hospital and you have a surgery and they make you stay, they won't let you leave until you fart or until you shit. Now, I know you probably like, damn, why she got to say it like that? Because that's how the fuck I talk. This is the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. So, if you don't want to be that person that is stuck with the gas, walking is super fucking important after surgery. Now, granted, surgeries fucking hurt. I get that. But you have to walk it out. Otherwise, you're going to feel like you need to be right back under the knife again because you're going to be like, what is this? What? You're not going to have no idea. And I promise you, one thing's for certain and two's for sure. It might seem like gas. Gas is doing this. You might be thinking, a little bit of gas is, ain't no gas going. Baby, when I say gas will make you feel like you're about to fucking die, I'm talking about death. I'm talking about you ain't even going to be able to walk. You're going to be screaming. So they got this thing, and I forgot what it's called. I forgot what everything is called. Fuck it. It's this little thing. It's a monitor. You blow into it, and if it comes up all the way, then you're doing good. But if it doesn't, that means you need to keep on walking it out because you still got gas inside of you. So I know doing this, it may feel like it helps us sometimes. Well, actually it does. Do it. Do it. If you feel like you're gassy after surgery, not only do you want to do this, but walk. It's important. So important. Checking yourself up. Making sure, before you even get to having a surgery, before you even get to that point at all, it's preventative ways in the things that you could do in your life to make sure that you don't have to have a surgery, that you don't have to. Just take care of yourself. Not only take care of yourself, but check up on yourself. If you aren't checking up on your health, the next motherfucker ain't gonna check up on your health either. You have to be responsible for you, not even your mate, because your mate doesn't know exactly what you are feeling inside of you. Only you do. So if you feel like, every time I wake up, I have a little bit of shortness of breath. Now, it doesn't last long, but I'm not going to say nothing because it doesn't last that long. I'm not saying nothing because it don't last that long. So my wife don't know that I'm having shortness of breath every time I wake up because I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's not really happening that much. So So I'm not complaining. But me not complaining means that my wife doesn't know. And if something randomly happens and then she's, we in the hospital and they're like, well, do you know any of her history? And you're like, yeah, this is what I do know. And she's like, well, I've been having shortness of breath. Wait, damn, why you ain't tell me that? Tell your mate anytime. I don't give a fuck. Whoever you with, even if it's somebody, a roommate, if you feel some type of way when it comes to your health, even if it's a journal it. Journal it. It's very important because only you know what's going on with you. So if you write it down, if you document it, you'll have something to go back on. Like, you know what? On January the 2nd, I was feeling da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Write it down. Because we're getting old. Even though we like to believe that our memories are superb, it's really fucking not. If I don't write down some shit, I'm going to forget. If I don't use it, I'm going to lose it. So write down exactly what's going on with your health. What symptoms you're feeling, even if it seems minute, insignificant. It doesn't matter. Write it down. Oh, I kept sneezing every time I looked up at the light. Okay, well, you might be autistic. Seriously, like no shade, like not even, but dead ass, like, and a lot of us may have autistic ways, but we don't even know because we never went and got it looked up. We never went and got it checked. We didn't check up on ourselves. We felt a certain type of way, and sometimes I hear people be like, oh yeah, I'm bipolar, and I'll be like, oh wow. Like, when did you get diagnosed? Oh, no, I'm not diagnosed. I just feel like I am. Then why don't you just go get yourself checked out and see if you really are? Like, no matter what it is that's going on with you, write it down. Write it down. Because the only way, okay, so just like whenever you go to a different doctor, you have to keep up with your different doctor's notes. And if you get disc, you got to keep up with all of that. That way, whenever the next doctor see you, they gonna know what's going on because they could read, they could, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just your journal, if that's the only documentation that you have when it comes to your health, then use it. Take this to your doctor like, hey, I've been kind of keeping up with what's going on with me, and this is what I have to show you. I ain't really been to the doctor since, because a lot of times people don't even go to get themselves checked because they like, well, I don't got insurance, or, I can't afford it, or, that's not in my budget. And it's really wild to say that your health isn't in your budget, because your health needs to come first. I don't give a fuck about them goddamn bills. Fuck them bills. Your health is more important. Way more important. You have to keep track of yourself. Keep track. I'm talking about from the way you shit, to the way you pee, to the way you spit, to the way you smell, to the way you look, to the way you feel, to the way, I don't care. Keep up with it, especially the older that you get. The older that you get. If every time you go like this and you feel like a sharp pain, you might have a hairline fracture in your fucking hand. Like, we break easy. And we don't even know it. We chip easy. And it's not something that, if you're not used to it, if you've never had a broken bone, if you've never had something that you are experiencing now happen to you before, then you don't know what to draw from. How do you know? So when I found out that I had hernias in my stomach, I was like, wait a minute. I mean, in my umbilical cord, I was like, wait, hold on. Hernias? Where did that come from? Oh, well, well, I know where it came from now, but I didn't understand it. And the whole time I was thinking I was hungry. I was like, well, hunger pains early in the morning. I'm talking about to the point where it woke me up out my sleep. I was like, I'm hungry. Like, I got to eat. Whole time it was hernias in my umbilical cord. Now, if I would have knew the symptoms, then I would know exactly, well, I would have knew exactly what was wrong. But I was thinking that the hunger feeling that I was feeling was that I was just hungry. When no, that can actually be a symptom. of something else. For me, it was a symptom of having hernias. I had hernias in my stomach, in my all the way up to my under my ribs. It made me feel like I was super fucking hungry. So now, when I'm experiencing, that super fucking hungry feeling, I just go through it, because I don't want to take a pill and then not know what's wrong with me or not feel where the pain is exactly coming from. Like, I don't know, like, some people just like, oh, no, just give me a pill. Cool, that's you. But I need to know exactly what's happening to me and what I can do to help it. So, and again, another reason why you should write in your journal, and maybe if you can't absolutely can't take the pain, then yes, take the pain pill. But if you can refrain from taking a pain pill and just trying to figure out exactly what's wrong with you and where it's coming from, sometimes you have to literally like meditate to figure out exactly where your pain is, especially if it's your first time experiencing this type of pain, or you don't really know what's going on. You just like, okay, well, so do you just take that time, you just as you breathing and thinking, then your mind is just starts to get to freeing. And then now you're like paying attention, like, oh, okay. It could be my shoulder. It could be my shoulder. Ooh. All right. My lower back. And this is the things that you're writing down. You like, okay. Even if I don't give a fuck if it's your whole body. If it's your whole body, then you start from the top of your journal page and you write from your head. Okay, my head, I have migraines. Okay. Then you go down to your neck. Okay, when I turn to the left, my neck is feeling like da-da-da-da-da. When I turn to the right. Literally, I'm talking about you have to be so detailed with yourself. Y'all so detailed with everything else, but you're not detailed with your own self. Be detailed with yourself. That way you can figure out sometimes you can even figure out before you get to the doctor what's wrong with you. So when you get to the doctor, you're like, hey, this, that. Let's do it. This is the treatment plan. Hire me because I know what's up. Like, and then, some of the doctors some of them might be like, and I hate when doctors do this. When we know what the fuck is going on with us, we'll be like, yeah, or especially if we experienced it before. Like, I had cellulitis twice. The first time I didn't know I had it. I didn't know what it was. And then whenever I got it taken care of, the next time when I had it, I was like, I went to the hospital. I'm like, yeah, I got cellulitis. I'm going to need 15 cc's of. They was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, because I know what I need. Like, I know what's going on. They was like, yeah, it don't work like that. We got to run tests. I was like, you can run tests all you want, but I'm telling you, just trying to charge me. And I always say that. Y'all just trying to charge me. I'm telling you what's wrong. Fix me. That's all I want. Fix what's wrong. Give me what I need so I can go. So always keep track of everything that's going on with you. Don't be afraid to stack a bill up. Don't be afraid just because you like, I ain't got insurance. Then get you some fucking insurance. Y'all too old right now. Way too old to not have insurance. Way too old for us not to be checking in on our health. We're way too old for that. If we plan on living a long life, it can't just be because, oh yeah, I'm eating good. No, it has to be because you eating good. Not just because you exercise and eating good. No, because you exercise and eating good and you actually checking up on your health, physically checking up on your health. Not just, yeah, I feel good. Took my temperature. I'm 98.8. You know what I'm saying? No, it's more than just that. A physical. Get you a physical. Come on now. We got to do better for ourselves. And a lot of you guys have kids, like literal kids. What are you teaching your kids? You're not even teaching your kids to check up on themselves, but you want to check up on them. Y'all always in your kids' business, but you ain't even teaching them to check up on themselves because you're not even checking up on yourself either. And you need to. life is way too short to be walking around as if everything is all good. Because life can literally end just like that. Your health can, just like that, go straight down the drain. Straight down the drain. And some of these sicknesses that people go through, some of it is induced. You might have even got yourself sick because you were trying to deal with depression. And dealing with depression means I had to take this pill. Or dealing with depression means I had to do this drug. Or dealing with anxiety. Anything that you have to deal with, you can make yourself sick. Just like people don't realize this, but they actually have pills that's out there in the world that can make you get lupus. That can literally bring it out of you. So what makes you think that any pill that you ever took in your life ain't one of them pills, even if it's not lupus that you took? It could be something totally different. And you might not even know that you're fighting it. You might have been battling something all this time and you didn't even know until the last minute. Don't wait until it's too late. When they tell you that you got stage 4 cancer and you sitting there looking like, oh, well, I guess I'll start a GoFundMe. No. Start now. Start checking on yourself now. Start looking into your health now. Making plans now. Do it now. If you plan on surviving, if you plan on being in whoever's life that you're in right now, forever, the only way we can make it to forever is if our health is up to par, right? So we have to take care of ourselves. And I know sometimes people be like, well, drink water. Yeah, drink water. Man, they poisoning our water. Okay? Drink water. Yeah, you could drink water. But that might not be the healthiest fucking shit ever. Why you think they made it illegal to catch rainwater? So you can't test and see what the fuck they got coming from down from their weather machines. That's why. And they also want you to have to pay for the water. They do. But even the waters that we think is the most expensive, do you know that they tested a bunch of them and it was just tap water? So yeah, drink water. We really just drinking tap water. And then what? And then what? That's it? Just drink water? That's it. No. You got to do way more than just drink water. You got to know exactly what's going inside of your body. You also have to make sure that, listen, parasites are real. And the government, they don't want us to be healthy. They make millions of dollars off the healthcare system too. You think they want to get rid of that? And getting rid of that would mean that you know how to take care of yourself. You know how to make sure that you're healthy on your own. Yeah. They don't want that for you. So they doing and putting things in place to make sure that you stay sick. And some of you guys, like I said, don't even know it. You think they give a fuck about you? Okay. Keep thinking that you just 100%, I'm healthier than a... Okay. You better verify that shit. Verify that shit. Make sure. Don't you want to be healthy? Don't you want to live a long life? Don't you want to be here? I want you here. I want you to live a long life. I want you to be healthy. Now, a couple of tricks for menopause. My menopause ladies, shout out to y'all. And me, okay, because I'm one of them. I've been menopausing for 2 years now, going on 3. June the 27th will make it 3 years for me. Honestly, when I first started menopausing, I was like, yo, I don't know if I can do this shit. But I can. And I like menopausing. I like I just like it. But one of the biggest tricks that help me whenever I'm having like a hot flash is pouring, or not just pouring water on your hands. You can even put your hands, get you a cold bottle, get you a couple of these in the freezer. So whenever, or just an ice pack. I got ice packs for days. Whenever you having a hot flash, put your hands directly under freezing cold water, both your hands, just like this, for about 5 minutes. And I promise you, you're going to start cooling down. If you don't start cooling down, then you can put the ice pack, or, if you have an ice bottle, put it in your back. Always put the ice pack on your back. Because for some reason with menopause, it seems like heat and the feeling of the hot flash is like, I don't know, like it stays in your back. I don't know how to explain that, but it's in your back. So once you put something cool on your back and you got your hands cool, your body temperature is going to start cooling down, and that hot flash is going to go from 100 to 0 real quick. Don't even trip. And if you're feeling as if you're getting at that point where you want to bite somebody's head off, or you want to argue, or or you feel like it's extra, the menopause anger, it makes you really bitchy. It really does. So once you feel like you're getting like that, my favorite thing to do when I feel like I'm about to get like, I recognize what the fuck is happening. That's the first thing. You have to recognize that you're menopausing. Hello. And you might be having a menopause bitch moment. Yeah. You turn into a mena bitch. So when you have that moment, another thing, remember I was telling you about the meditation. Meditation is so good for menopause as well. For me, I listen to ASMR. A lot of times when I get on TikTok, people might think that sometimes I will get on and I'll look at some of my followers and friends, they lives. But 9 times out of 10, I am going straight to ASMR because I need to get my head right. And sometimes it helps me to quiet out the menopause noise, the menopause mind, the menopause fuckery. Because it's a whole nother, I don't know. If you was bipolar and you started menopausing, you got to be tripolar because it's 3 of us now. I don't know because it's too much. So that's how you get rid of your hot flashes and, when you feel like you're getting Now, another big thing when it comes to menopause is like the fluctuation of your weight. I don't know, depending on what you eat what you want. Because sometimes these foods can make you cool down. Your body can cool down. So if eating is your habit and it makes you feel good, just walk, exercise, and do what you need to do. Because then you're going to get mad at yourself, because menopause will make you mad at yourself too. You'll get mad at yourself like, why am I this fucking fat? You don't want to be like that. So don't get yourself into mind fucking yourself either, ladies. It's okay. It's okay. You are now part of the menopause crew. And it's not so bad, I promise you. To be honest, I don't have as many like anger spells as I used to see my mom have. When I tell y'all, my mama was angry. I don't find myself getting like that as much as my mother was growing up. So I don't really have a lot of moments like that I could tell you guys about. But the hot flashes, yeah. The, feeling like, I don't know, menopause makes you feel like you're ugly sometimes. And for me, I was already feeling like that before menopause, but until I, overcame it. But menopause will try to bring that back. So you also have to, journaling helps me. You also have to find an outlet for your mind not to fuck itself to get you into thinking wrong and negative of yourself. So, ladies, don't think that you're alone, because you're not. And again, menopause surgeries and more is not just for women, it's for men too. You know, men, are you getting yourself checked? You know, because a lot of times you think that you just got to take care of your family and you forget about taking care of yourself. You know, you're thinking about taking care of your kids because some of you guys are on child support. And then you forget that, oh, let me get a checkup. Let me get a yearly checkup. I do recommend getting your breast checked, like the regular way, ladies. But I don't recommend smashing your titty, having them smash your titty. I'm sorry, I just don't. I know that it can get down to the bottom of finding out if you have cancer or not, but how come you can't just take the cancer hereditary test? I'm just saying. So, which, speaking of the cancer hereditary test, I need to check out the results of mine. If you guys checked out the video whenever I first took the test, I still haven't gotten any results back. So maybe I need to look it up. I don't know. So I'm gonna look it up and check and see what we got here. So, you know, maybe that might be easier for some of you guys, is to do the spit test or the blood test. So I would rather you do that instead of feeling like you have to smash the titty. You know, because you can still find out that way too. Just saying. Surgeries, menopause, and more every other month on the couch. It's important. We got to talk about it because are you taking care of yourself? I'm just saying. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Of course, I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that means I'll be on tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. What are you doing? You gonna tune in? Shout out to everybody that was tuned in. Again, this is not just the video. I know you guys are like, oh, we live and this ain't no real podcast. Yes, we are. We on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. So make sure that you subscribe, go tune in. You got a lot to catch up on. This is actually the 5th season. 4 years and counting. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the couch. Good night. Love y'all. Love you.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Tap the banner to learn more and get a quote at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.